Hiya, just a quick one. I was attacked again in the comments last night about the COVID-19 thing. Listen, I am not saying for 1 minute that COVID-19 isn't real. I believe it's escaped. Not escaped, sorry. I'm rubbish with technology, so sharing the links and things, I've shared a few things in the last couple of days and they've been taken down. YouTube has taken down a video from a Vodafone boss, whistleblower, who's linked the 5G to illnesses. And I've been saying for 4 or 5 months now, since I lived at my partner's across just over there next door, my eyes were getting sore at night, face tingling, like a spider's web. This ear felt like that. These are like came gradually over a couple of weeks. I felt like something's crawling out of this ear. This still happens. It's happening right now, because I've got this on. When I touch the iPad and type with it, my hands go red and burnt, and the tips of my fingers burn and hurt. So I've been saying this about the Wi-Fi and about the whatever is coming into the front room. I'm susceptible. Even when I turn the microwave on, I can feel the radiation on my face, and it's enough to make me get out the kitchen. So the iPad has actually made me turn away when I was in the bedroom the other day. I walked into the bedroom, I turned it on a second before and it was booting up. And as I opened the door, the feeling that I couldn't breathe, my throat closed up, my chest goes tight. It's constant until I've got now a chest heart complaint that I went to the doctors about because I was rushed into hospital 6 weeks ago or so. They'd said it was asthma, anxiety. This thing is here right now as I'm speaking to you. It's not gone anywhere. And the minute I turn the iPad off and go outside and walk away from where the buildings are, it's all the symptoms I've got subside. The right hand side of my brain feels like it's being pulled. It's just awful. And right, so I now believe that the 5G is the cause of they're trying to cover up the 5G and people dying from the radiation that we're not supposed to be exposed to in any way, shape or form. It poisons your cells, and the way that your cells and your body responds to that is in a flu-like way by expelling mucus and anything that shouldn't be there. So everything is a coronavirus. The cold, the flu, any bacterial pneumonia, anything like that shows as coronavirus. The COVID-19 is, there was a video somebody put out. They asked Alexa what this was a couple of months ago. They asked her, and she said it was been let out of a laboratory on October the 15th, and the government made it. That could be a hoax, whatever. But there's too much of this. The people on the ships that were all exposed to 5G because it had just been put there on the Princess ships were all old people that were immune compromised. They were in the 60s, 70s, 80s with things wrong with them, not the young people. This stuff is hammering away at your body, poisoning you, and if you're healthy it'll take a while, but this is absolutely happening. And I'm not all of a sudden blaming the Wi-Fi like I've forgotten his name now, whoever attacked me in the comments. Look at Dr. Rashid A. Buttar, Buttar. It was discussed in 2015 that this should not be done. It was created at the University of North Carolina, according to him. He's got all the documents in front of him, in 2015 by Zheng Li Shi, who is high up, massive in the bioweapons lab in China, recipient of many grants by governments to do whatever she's doing with this, and is in business with all the people that you don't want her to be. So have a look at Dr. Rashid A. Battar. And I'm not saying that COVID-19 is not out there, but it's in very, very small numbers. And at the moment, the student nurses that they've put on the front line who don't know COVID-19 from athlete's foot without being disrespectful, there's a reason they brought young nurses and doctors in that didn't know what they were treating, because they don't know the difference between flu, that they just do as they're told, basically. They need a test for this, and they're holding that back, because once somebody that's honest can do a test for this that tells the truth about it and says, well, actually, there's only a very few people died of COVID-19. They have had coronavirus, flu, whatever, that's killed them. Flu kills thousands, hundreds of thousands of people worldwide, but the statistics are not very great when you try and research them. They're not very accurate. The government, if they wanted to, have got lots of room to play with the figures, and that's what they're doing. So people are dying in the Vic in Blackpool from other things that should never be allowed to die. They're being made to play God, these doctors and nurses, and some of my friends who are nurses are heartbroken at the decisions they're having to make, and the people that they're allowing to die that should never, never be dying. I'm not suicidal, by the way. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, share it. I never ask people to do that, never. But this is really important. People are being conned terribly. Everyone's frightened to death. Come on, get it in perspective. Well, you've got all the time at home to learn about it. Learn about it. Don't watch the television, the television programming. Again, last night we had another end of the world scenario film on. Two Armageddon movies last night to get people, if they don't believe it already, well, look what could happen. Then they had nuclear war, people trying to save the world on Sony movies, 2 war films. You'd think if the government really cared, the programming would be to make people happy, to cheer us up. I don't know, fucking put Mary Poppins on, whatever you like. Well, not Disney, we don't want Disney either, but something to cheer us all up, not end of the world, we're all going to die. Bullshit. It tells me all I need to know. Take care out there and don't let them blag you. Bye. Bye.